Josh Brehmer here. I am a senior communications major. I also play baseball here at UMC, and this is going to be the first edition of Regal's Rundown. This is basically going to be where we interview student athletes and coaches in our athletic program, and just kind of see what's going down and what's happening and new stuff that's going on with the sports program, and just kind of get an understanding and get a closer look to what's going on. Our first guest today is going to be our Director of Athletics, Helgeson.
Sure. Hi,
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Coming on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So you have been here 18 years, correct?
I have.
So talk about that. How many things have you seen change in the future? What do you expect to see happen to this university?
Sure. Well, it's kind of interesting because we had an athletic staff meeting yesterday with our entire staff. So I think that's probably one of the biggest changes that I've seen is our staff's tripled since I've been here. We've got about 36 members of the athletic staff. Our sport teams have gone from 7 teams to 11 teams, and the number of student athletes has doubled. We have about 260 student athletes today, so those have been some significant changes. I think just the investment in the program and the investment in scholarships has really made a difference in our program. And then the academic preparedness of our student athletes, we're just about at 3.0 GPA-wise, so that's been something that's changed as well, the academic preparedness, and just watching the student athletes perform on the field and in the classroom has been really a big change for us, so that's been exciting.
Fantastic. Glad to hear. How was it seeing the students come back, the student athletes, and seeing everyone back on campus and kind of back in the swing of things?
Well, I think it's just great. Fall's just a fun time of year, I think, for everybody. There's a lot of excitement built around the programs, and I think there's high anticipation and expectations for the program. So it's a fun time to see the returners and then see a lot of new faces.
That's great.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's good to be back on campus, I can say for myself. So, today is the Mary Tyrell's walk for breast cancer. That was Billy's wife, and that's kind of unexpected thing that happened there. Talk about how personal it is to you and how important it is for the university campus for women's healthcare and just healthcare in general.
Sure. Well, if you didn't know Mary was a Spitfire. She was just a great person to have around. She was a huge athletic supporter, contributed a lot. You know, Bill was our athletic trainer for 19 years, and then he's been in the development office for the last 7 years. So she played an important role on the campus, and you know, she was so supportive of the student athletes and attended a lot of the events. And so just her contribution and being able to give back. Her death was very tragic. She had just left a fundraiser from campus that evening and had a heart attack. So her death was very tragic, unexpected, and so just to be able to recognize her this evening and remember all the good things about her. She was a Spitfire, like I say, and she got Bill on his toes, and so being able to see her, you know, or recognize her tonight is going to be special. And then the money raised for that goes to Bill and Mary Terrell's athletic endowment for scholarships for student athletes. So it'll be a great evening, a little emotional. I know Brittany and Ryan, their kids will be here this as well tonight, along with some of her friends from Grand Forks. So it's always a special evening, kind of a fun event to have on campus. So.
Well, I think it'll be a good walk. It's a good thing to do.
A little hot.
It'll be a little hot.
We'll be good.
Well, thank you for
You're welcome.
being on today's Regal Rundown.
Absolutely. Thank you, Josh.
Our next guest is a former soccer player, or returning soccer player, that is correct. Sorry about that. Rachelle
Alcini.
It's always been a hard name to pronounce. So. Rachelle, thanks for being on the show today. So you took last year off, that's correct?
Yep.
And how is it doing that, being away from soccer and not being able to come back and play?
To come back?
Yeah.
It feels right, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of my home, playing soccer and being with the team, and being away for a semester kind of showed me like how much I appreciate soccer and what it gives to me, not just, you know, the athleticness and being able to play and working out and being with a group of people, but it's a family. It's people you get to hang out with every day. You see at practice, you have inside jokes with, your coach is like another older brother or someone to come to for advice. It was a lot of the people, not necessarily just the game.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So this will be your first year with Coach Joe Alianello, then, that's correct?
It will be my second semester with him. I came back in the spring last year.
Okay. So what are you expecting from him? Like, what have you seen so far? Like, anything that he's really brought to the table to show, get the team more together?
I think Coach Alianello does a really good job at showing how much he cares about us as students and athletes. It's not just about what we can do on the field, but it's about what we can do in school and what we do in our life. Like, he celebrates our accomplishments with us. Every day before practice, he shakes our hands. He looks people in the eye. You know, he's gained the respect of everyone through the way he interacts with us and he treats us.
That's great. That's great.
On the field, he has I feel like a better eye. He was a goalie, and I feel like he just sees everything in a different perspective than I've had other coaches before. And I appreciate that. I used to play goalie, and I play defense now, so it's nice to have someone who kind of knows where I'm coming from, but can show me what I can do. And
that's good. Glad to hear that. So you guys starting here in the next couple of weeks, your season. Talk about that. How exciting is it to be back and playing again and like a full season?
It's amazing. I get such a rush out of playing. I usually shake the entire game just because my adrenaline's pumping, and we have an awesome group of girls to play with, and just to know that like we have great chemistry this year, and even with however many freshmen we have, it's, you know, we're still able to play together well. We don't look super sloppy or anything like that. I mean, we can connect passes, we can do things, we can knock people over, we're strong, we're a good squad.
That's good, glad to hear. Well, I'm sure a lot of people will come out to the soccer games. I support you should too. So thank you for being on Regal's Rundown today with me. Thank you. That was the first edition of Josh Brehmer's Regal Rundown. Make sure you tune in to more episodes coming up. We will be posting hopefully every Wednesday, so tune in next time for Regal's Rundown.